Goddess Alchemy. Alchemy is a process of transformation, something from one state to another. This art was mastered by the ancients, especially in ancient Kemet, where the name chemistry and alchemy originated. Women are the prime carriers of the feminine vibration, which is in tune with the moon. By tuning with the moon is one of the basics of goddess alchemy. One of the advantages of being in tune with the moon is timing. Birthing, for example, is timing. Menstruation is timing again. With women being in tune with the moon and the earth, give her an advantage dealing with time and linear space. Time should be dealt with not only by women, but for men to use goddess alchemy as well. With mastering the linear time now, it is time to show how to transcend space and time using linear time and evolving to transcending that time. This is why the ancients consulted the women at certain situations, especially concerning war, where the men had to know whether or not the timing was correct. And of course, the intuition also played a role. One of the keys to this mastery is the moon. Being in tune with the lunar cycles is key and very powerful at this time. That's why the role of the moon in goddess alchemy is key. And who is more in tune with the moon than the woman? Moon meditations for men and women are very powerful at this time. For we should be doing meditations at each of the new moon cycles, at the black moon especially, which is the new moon. Very special information is available at that time. To balance the solar year is most potently accessed by doing special ceremonies during the equinoxes and the solstices, which are the cardinal divisions. During the moon cycles, we should observe the reflected solar light increasing to the full moon and intensifying those feelings, and then let go of all feelings and become empty as it wanes. It is important to be an empty vessel for the new moon. For example, you can wash away all parts of the ego which hinder you every month, from the full moon to the next new moon. You can be reborn at the new moon 13 times a year. This is basic for some, but how many actually do this? One way to help remember is to pull up a moon phase homepage on your computer. Then every time you get on the computer, you can see what phase the moon is in. The moon mirrors the cosmic data bank to us month after month. It is a cosmic reflector. The moon is like a screen for planetary, solar, and stellar forces. And at this time, a new cosmology is forming, as we are basically dealing with the 12 at this time, while in 3D. But the moon is 13 based. By tuning to the 12, we will automatically feel the magical essence of the 13 without even thinking about it. The way for us to move the consciousness of the 12 back in the synchronicity of the 13 is by way of the lunar cycles. Then the way to a structural basis is to develop solar consciousness through astrology, which of course goes back to the 12. We can then move out of duality by dividing the horizontal planes of the dimensions into 12 zones, 6 below and 6 above. This is a place of expansion, not time expansion. 13 is time-based and expands via sacred geometry, and breaking time opens up dimensions when it is felt and not constantly monitored or calculated. The stellar principle of 13 VIA, this constellation enhances our perceptions in the fifth dimension, not the third dimension as we know now. As we are now in third dimension, we now work to expand perception by seeing in the field of 12 for now. Many now use the horoscope as a life map divided into 12 zones, which is fine for those who work with it to move their awareness to where you feel you should be. Overall, a grounding in 12 is a foundation and key to handling basics day to day. Alchemy occurs when lunar filtered light penetrates the Earth 2D, the telluric realm. This occurs 13 times per year during the new or black moon, when the Earth shields the rays of the sun completely for a short time. The two-dimensional elementals register in the subtle emanations of the stars at this time of the new moon, and our pineal glands register these stellar emanations. This is prime goddess alchemy. Crystals in our pineal glands read this vibration, which is a source of galactic intelligence. The moon reaches well into the total darkness, new or black moon, with a soft vibration. Oh yes, the power of the dark as well as the light. Once we start to evolve using what many call goddess alchemy, we can create a powerful energy field outside of our bodies, and then synchronicities will start to occur which will assist us in our day-to-day lives. Some call these things coincidences, but there is no such thing. Everything happens for a reason. As we scan our reality and our mental data banks for our guides, the archetypes who work with our evolution can trigger synchronicities around us, sourced in many dimensions, that will show us the next step to take. If we acknowledge what is going on, impulses from photons are activating much of this energy in third dimension. This quickens us as we act on these synchronicities. A higher degree of self-mastery takes place. The blood aspect of the goddess is a very powerful aspect indeed, which I will not build on here. A good book is called Blessings of the Blood, which has a lot of information concerning it.